Hello, Dr. Charlie Metcalf here. Just want to give you a few reasons not to drink. This is part of our Proverbs series and our 31-day challenge. So today is day 23. This one's going to be a little bit longer than some of the other ones just because I want to unpack some of this stuff. So when we look at reasons not to drink, you can have religious leaders look at this from kind of a legalistic perspective. You can have people look at it from a societal perspective. So I'm anti-alcohol because I see the domestic abuse it causes and the percentage of that domestic abuse on women and children as a result of alcohol abuse. Or you can look at it from personal. So Proverbs here, it's going to go through and kind of bring up some of these personal issues. So Proverbs chapter 23, let's look at a couple of these verses. So verses 20, 21, do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat. For drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. And then if you skip down, continue down, verse 29, and then go through the end of the chapter here. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has strife? Who has complaints? Who has needless bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? Those who linger over wine, who go to sample bowls of mixed wine. Do not gaze at wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and poisons like a viper. Your eyes will see strange sights, and your mind will imagine confusing things. You will be like one sleeping on the high seas, lying on top of the rigging. They hit me, you will say, but I'm not hurt. They beat me, but I don't feel it. When will I wake up so I can go find another drink? And so here, great wisdom from the book of Proverbs. A couple things going on here. Number one, like, be careful who you hang around, right? Don't join with those who drink too much wine. So you can get yourself in bad situations and environments that we don't want to place ourselves in. Also, there's a financial impact, right? For drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. So you have a financial impact of the cost of alcohol. You have the quality of life impact that he talks about, this idea of drowsiness, right? Like, I want to, for me, like, life is short. Like, I want to remember the moments of my lives. There's also a physical toll that it pays, right? It talks about needless bruises, as a result of violence or whatever. But also this bloodshot eyes going down when it talks about it poisons like a viper. Like, I think about this idea of alcohol poisoning our bodies, that it's not good for our bodies, that it's hurting our liver, hurting our kidneys to be able to process that through our bodies. So there's a physical toll there. Like I said, the bruises, the falls, the fights. And then it's interesting the way the Proverbs phrases this, right? So it gives us this warning against alcohol, and it's basically saying, hey, it's a trap. It's a trap. Just like a mouse trap, there's a big chunk of cheese there. You're like, oh, that smells good. I'm so hungry. And then you go, and it leads to pain. It leads to hurt. It leads eventually to death. And so here, hey, do not gaze at the wine when it's red, when it sparkles in its cup, when it goes down smoothly. Hey, there's that good look at cheese. In the end, it's going to bite like a snake. It's going to poison you like a viper. What else will alcohol do to you? Oh, verse 34. You will be like one sleeping on the high seas, lying on top of the rigging. And so if you've ever been drunk before and you kind of feel that, seasickness, the room spinning, like, I don't like that feeling. So it's a reason to stay away from alcohol, something that the Bible says here. So anyhow, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Like I said, there's different ways to kind of approach Christian believers' use of alcohol or choosing not to use alcohol. But here, some basic warnings from the book of Proverbs. As always, encouraging you to go through, read the scriptures, think about the scriptures, pray over those scriptures, live those scriptures out in your life. Apply them and see what God can do in and through them. If you're reading along with us, go ahead and post a comment in the box below. I'd love to hear from you. Talk to you guys later.